Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Hey, welcome to another Friday night at the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir.
Okay. All right. The gang's here. I'm on location, actually in my automobiles, trying to get to the studio. Came up from Jersey, heading to the D.C. area to record, and got caught in traffic because in Philadelphia they have old girl at one place and old boy at another place, being Bruce Springsteen and your girl Redwine. What's her name? Adele. Yeah, Adele's at the Wells Fargo Center, and Bruce Springsteen is at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, and they're right next to each other. So as you know, the traffic is a gridlock. Yeah. So I've been tripping on it. I'd like to thank the people, first of all, at the Marsh Diner in Wilmington, Delaware. I pulled over there to get some coffee and refresh myself, and a woman who looked like Monica Lewinsky helped me out and gave me 2-3 cups of coffee, and she gave me some shrimp and some onion rings, and yeah, she looked just like Monica Lewinsky. It was interesting. Anyway,
did she give you a blue dress, Papa? Uh-oh.
A blue dress. Oh, I thought that BJ stand for something else, but it means blue. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, Ketel, you got the rundown for the night there?
I sure do. Uh-huh. Hot topics tonight is the fallout at Fox News Network. Also, innocent black man punched, tasered, and arrested gets award in court. Hit it and quit it headlines. Airbnb adopts rules to fight discrimination by host. Also, Ryan Lochte agrees to serve 10-month suspension. Serena Williams loses number 1 position. Really? Who's that? Kaepernick will donate jersey sales to charity. Seattle Seahawks considering a big surprise. FAA warns against using Samsung Galaxy 7 phones. Also, what's popping with Poppa DD? A black man's skin. Our weird news. A Pennsylvania man stole 3,000 pennies. Idaho law rarely used adultery charge. And deer interrupts surfing. I'm just saying with Redwine, how long will be disrespected. Living for the city with Poppa DD, you got a surprise for us. My Hollywood wrap-up. Cocktail of the week, which is the Tito's Classic Cosmo. It's pretty good. We're drinking it now. Our kiss it list and the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, because we are, and we'll be right back. The hot topic.
Hey, this is Ketel with the yellow top. I'm waiting to hear from you tonight. I'm at the Pajama Party Live. So you can reach us at 914-803-4306, or you can check us out on apajamaparty.com. I've got my opinions, but I want to hear yours. Poppa DD and Redwine are trying to beat me down, so I need you to call back and back me up. I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing, so call me now. 914-803-4306. I'm right here on WBJP Blog Talk Radio, waiting to hear from you. Here they come. I gotta go.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right, if you're joining us for the first time, the Pajama Party is a Friday night adult talk show where we get it in. We talk about everything from soup to nuts. The rules is that there's no rules at all. We're grown folks doing our thing, and we all got on pajamas, and we sipping our favorite drink. I'm a brown liquor person myself, and anyway, our first hot topic. I'm gonna turn over to you guys.
All right, I've got the first one, and the first hot topic tonight is the fallout at Fox News Network.
Really?
Yeah, this one has been going on for a while. Gretchen Carlson got something out of her settlement with Roger Ailes that most women who make such a claim against a powerful man do not obtain. Not only did she get money in the amount of $20 million,
wow,
that's going to be paid to her, but most women that bring a successful sexual harassment claim do eventually get some compensation, but the difference with her is that she actually was able to walk away with the $20 million, and she kept her honor and her reputation intact.
Good.
Because usually when a woman says somebody harassed her sexually or rape or anything of that nature, they always end up making the woman be like the person who's being tried.
That's true.
You know, it's like all of a sudden you were the victim, and now somehow you're the perpetrator.
I know.
So she was able to walk away with her reputation and her dignity and everything intact. And her lawyer said in her experience, that's not something that you see a lot. So in the real world of sexual harassment cases that takes place outside of the public glare that accompany Carlson's claims, many women forego making such claims because they know they're going to be at risk of being depicted as liars or sluts, tramps, whores, all those other negative names. And they worry about being branded as troublemakers, and that's why they don't come forward, you know, and say what happened. So indeed, now when Donald Trump questioned about Carlson's claim a few months ago, he said that a woman who experiences workplace sexual harassment should just consider finding another job or maybe even another career.
Really?
Yeah, that was the wannabe president's viewpoint on that. So in other news at Fox News Network, your girl Greta Van, how do you pronounce her last name? Susteren? Greta Van Susteren. She's leaving the network right in the middle of a campaign season.
Really?
And, you know, that's a big deal because this is the time of year where they're just chomping at the bit to cover the news. So
why is she leaving?
Well, she's leaving after 14 years, and she said that it was, well, let me just read you her statement. Fox News used this kind of language, and they said, "We are grateful for Greta's many contributions over the years, and we wish her continued success." Now, Greta was one of the people who was asked about whether Roger Ailes had ever approached her or stepped to her inappropriately, and she was kind of like on his side saying, "Oh, no, we never had a problem, you know, nothing like that."
Right.
She left Gretchen Carlson out there by herself, flapping in the wind, and didn't want to step up and support Gretchen Carlson. But see, Greta had one of those key man clauses that was attached to Roger Ailes that said if any point that Roger Ailes leaves, she can exercise her right to leave without, I guess, any other repercussions or whatever.
Right.
So basically, that's what she did. So when Ailes left, she decided, you know, not long after, I'm out too.
Wow.
So, you know.
I guess it sounds like she didn't want to get tied to, you know, just the whole thing. If she's backing him and this woman just got awarded $20 million, who do you think is right?
Exactly. Now, according to Gretchen, she said that she has a very long-term deal, and that was regarding her arrangement with the Fox News Network. And then she said, if I ever lose my show on Fox, I'll be happy to return to teaching at Georgetown or go into law practice. And she said, I have no reason to curry favor with Roger Ailes. I can assure you that there's nothing Roger can do for me or against me. My contract is with the corporation, not with the individual, and I'm not trying to get a new one.
I think he was greasing her palms.
Yeah, I think he might have been greasing something else, but
yeah, greasing that, palms, everything, whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah.
It looks pretty suspicious to me. What you think about that one, Poppa DD?
Well, first of all, Greta is like, she ain't the most attractive woman on the planet. And as a matter of fact, she got some plastic surgery done on her nose or something that made her look, gave her at least 30% of attractiveness. I don't want to talk about her, But I don't think he even pushed up on her. But you're exactly right, the way she was all on his side. And then come to find out, like you said, Ketel, on the back end, they're going around and pointing everybody that was on his side. They knew how he was. I mean, every woman knows the pervert in the office. I mean, come on now.
Oh, sure.
And then when everything came to light, she didn't want no backdraft. And plus, she's also a person who is a success from the O.J. Simpson trial. This is what brought her into the mix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she goes back to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, she's out of there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to follow her career and see what happens, see where she goes. Because if something happens to her, I guess we're going to come to her rescue, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
All right, so what else do we have in Hot Topics tonight?
Now, this one's interesting. This came to my attention. A friend of mine sent me this one here. Innocent black man was punched, tasered, and arrested by police. He was only awarded $1.
$1?
Yep, $1. Check this out.
Is that even legally possible?
It's crazy. It says, one thing became clear immediately. Franklin, the guy, he was 18 at the time, high school senior, had done nothing wrong. But he did fit the description of a suspect being sought by officers, a slender African-American man with dreads. Come on now.
That's probably like, what, 40% of the black men in America?
See what I'm saying?
Oh.
So it goes on to say this incident happened in the summer of 2012 in a northern Indiana suburb. Prompted a civil rights lawsuit against the police officers and city officials. Earlier this month, the jury found that the officers violated Franklin's constitutional rights by arresting him and entering his family's home without a warrant. You believe that?
Without a warrant?
Without a warrant.
They still try that, huh?
Yep. It said the jury ordered each of the defendants to pay Franklin and his parents $1 for the violations of their rights.
$1?
Yep, and the total award was $18 in damages. I'm like, are you serious?
$18.
Less than $20. So they gonna give him $20. He gotta give him $1 change back. Come on, now.
With $2 back.
No, it's total $1 in the violation of his rights and $18 in damages. So they saying
total of $19.
Right. So they went in the house, did some damages to the house, and you just gonna award the $18.
It costs more than that to fix a door you might have kicked in.
See what I'm saying?
They went in there and jacked that guy up while he was asleep, tased him. Oh my goodness.
So let me just say the incident, how it happened. The incident happened around 2:30 a.m. Like I said, in 2012, when Franklin and his parents were sleeping. So the officers of the South Bend Police Department were looking for Dan Jones, Franklin's older brother. After receiving a domestic violence call, the officers received information that Jones may have gone to his parents' house. So Franklin's mother, Vivian Franklin, answered the door after hearing loud knocks. Officers went inside without a warrant and without asking for permission to go in. The officers told her to stay outside on the front porch.
Told her to stay outside of her own house at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
No warrant.
Right. No explanation. Why you coming?
So they just knock on the door. She opens the door, and then they're going to put her out of her own house.
So the complaint the family filed in 2013 against the officers alleged that they came to the house with their weapons drawn. But the city officials claimed that their weapons weren't drawn. Come on now. Really?
And I guess there was no video, no body cams or any of that to support what they did.
He said, she said. So the officers soon realized that they had gone to the wrong, got the wrong person. Still, Deshaun Franklin he was handcuffed and placed in a squad car for resisting. He was released shortly after that, and the officers apologized to the family.
So wait a minute, resisting? You mean like because he was asleep?
And you woke me up at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay,
and that equals resisting?
See what I'm saying? So they figured they had to get him on something. So they said we're gonna take you in, handcuff you. They must have fingerprinted him and everything, and now the guy might have a criminal record. Who knows? But
unbelievable. And where was this? Indiana?
Yes, Indiana. In the suburbs of Indiana. You wouldn't think it would happen in the suburbs, but Indiana.
Yeah,
I guess,
not in the city, in the hood, but in the suburbs.
I guess they still back in the day. I'm not sure.
You know what? I am speechless.
Yeah, that is just some shiggity.
It totally is.
Right. Well, we got a caller.
Yeah, let's get our caller on the line. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party Show. Go right ahead with your comment.
Hi, how y'all doing?
How are you?
Last month, a case almost similar to like that happened. This guy was driving down the street like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he ran a stop sign, and the police cars followed him. He went to his house, went in. His mother is 82 years old. She's asleep. The police kicks her door in, go in. She jumps up. What is y'all problem? What are y'all doing in my house? They told her to shut up and sprayed mace in her face. Okay?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they cussed her out.
And locked her up, put her in the squad car, locked her up, and took her to jail. And she was in so much pain from the southern spray knife, they had to take her to the hospital.
82 years old.
Yeah.
They yelled and cussed at her.
Yeah.
Told her shut up, shut the F up, all kind of stuff. Totally disrespected that lady.
Something's wrong with the police department.
You see, they just go above and beyond.
Because he ran a stop sign.
See, that's not even necessary.
Well, why are they? The woman ran the stop sign or her son?
No, her son ran the stop sign, and they followed him. He ran the stop sign. And he was going on home, so he went in the house. They come to the house and kick the door in. The mother's asleep.
Well, why didn't they just take him in? Why did they put mace in her face and then take her in? That's just stupid.
She's standing there asking them, why are y'all in my house? What's going on? They tell her, shut the damn F up. Put your damn hands up. She said, what's going on? They just sprayed the mace in her damn face and locked her up.
They sure did. That was crazy. I remember that story.
Where was that?
I say, this is a damn shame.
I don't remember where it was.
I thought that was the same city you were saying. I said, this is a damn shame.
Yeah, this is a different case.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't remember where that happened, but I do remember seeing it on the news. This one happened in Indiana.
Oh, okay.
So is she suing, or you're not sure what's going on?
Oh, they said they're gonna they're gonna talk about it later. But I thought she should sue.
For real?
Yeah, I would. She's a good attorney.
Right. She had every right to find out why they're in her house, because suppose she had a shotgun, she could have shot them, thought they were intruder.
Or if she had a bad heart, they could have caused her to have a heart attack.
Could have. Yeah.
Lady's 82.
That's crazy. They have to be more considerate and a little more polite to people. God, come on now.
Well, if they would stop treating people like they were some kind of animal or something less than an animal, maybe they would have a little more respect for people.
I agree. Yeah. All right. Thank you, caller.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm right about it, then.
All right. You have a good one.
Peace.
Okay, y'all do.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that thing was a mess. Let me check in on Poppa DD. Poppa DD, what you think about that situation?
That's very interesting. That town is where Larry Bird is from.
Really?
Larry Bird
really?
is
In Indiana?
Something. He's from South Bend. Yep.
Uh-huh.
That's his town. So just to put some relativity, let you know that town is not something that's so non-existent. It's very popular as far as Larry Bird is concerned. So.
Right. Well, you know what caliber of people are there.
Yeah. Well, that Indiana is the original birthplace of the Ku Klux Klan. So Indiana goes back. It has its own little situation. And like I said, in my subject of in my subject of what's popping, I'm gonna really focus on that whole deal, on the whole origin of all this mess and how it was manifested from the beginning. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Yeah, but the idea that they awarded them $18 and that was their idea of saying we're gonna pay you for damages, that's insulting.
It is.
There's no level of insult. You know, it's something, and they go back in the back and they laugh about it. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I think they do.
As long as you have faith in yourself and don't really worry about the other people, because karma is a monkey and it comes down hard on those who display the uncouthness. Karma comes down on everybody after a while. They get it.
Right.
So, you know, let's see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. It is what it is. Well, Papa, we're going to take a little CC break and we're going to come right back.
With the hit it and quit it headlines?
Right. Yep.
All right. Be right back.
All right.
Okay.
All right, students, settle down. Today's lesson is on weed etiquette. Just because weed has been legalized in certain states, people need to understand that they should use weed etiquette when visiting friends and family. Now, if you choose to smoke weed when visiting friends and relatives who don't smoke weed, please remember these rules. Number 1, go outside. Number 2, collect the roaches. Number 3, stand away from the house. Number 4, wash your hands and mouth when you come back inside. And remember, everyone does not want to get high with you. So don't take it personal. Some people may be on parole. Some may be interviewing for jobs where drug testing is required. And some may be in AA and they just can't get high with you. Maybe they just don't like the smell of weed. Did you think of that? So remember, if you sit in the car and smoke weed and come back in the house and sit on their nice upholstered furniture, that smell will remain in their sofa for quite a while. And they may not like that. Weed is not a cologne or a perfume. Everyone doesn't want to smell it. So make sure you use weed etiquette when you do your thing. This has been a public service announcement for weed etiquette, and we thank you for your time. Hey, Papa, what are you doing, man? What you doing?
I'm waiting for the teacher to get
Students, settle down.
Hey.
Students, okay, share with the teacher. Why? Share with the teacher. Students, share with the teacher. Someone open the window, please. Open the window.
Okay, all right.
And we're back. It's the Pajama Party Show.
All right. Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right. I'm actually making my way down the highway pretty good right now. Traffic is opened up, and you know.
All right.
Haven't got to the notorious 295 yet, but you know, that's an old.
It's the adventures of Poppa DD.
Yeah, right. So late night, I didn't know they had 2 concerts going on in Philadelphia, so I got Shanghai with that. But
it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving, Papa. Hit it and quit it headlines. Yep.
Okay.
What you got, Redwine? Okay.
All right. Hit it and quit it headlines tonight. Here's our first topic, Airbnb in the news again. Now this time, Airbnb has adopted rules to try to fight discrimination by their hosts. If you recall, if you follow the show, you would know that Airbnb had a problem with some hosts that were discriminating against people based on finding out that they were black, African American, brown, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So now Airbnb has introduced several changes as of yesterday actually, to try to put a stop to that. And this is, if you're not familiar with Airbnb, they do the short-term rentals with people's homes Like if you were going to be away, you could rent your home out to someone who wants to be in that particular city instead of doing a hotel.
Right.
It's quite a hustle, actually. Wish I had thought of it. But anyway, it was a 32-page report, and they're based out of San Francisco. And in the report, they said they were going to institute a new non-discrimination policy that goes beyond what's outlined in several anti-discrimination laws to ask all of their users to agree to a community commitment starting on this November 1st. And in the commitment, they're asking people to work with others that use their service regardless of race, religion, national origin, disability, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, or age. I guess that covers everything.
Yeah.
And they're saying, in addition, they're planning to experiment with reducing the prominence of user photos. See, that was what was causing the problem.
Right.
You know, you go out and say if I want to go to San Francisco, I could go look to see who's got a house or an apartment that they're willing to rent.
Right.
In San Fran, I could put a request in to the owner and say, hey, is your place available first week of December? And then the owner would get my request. They would look up who I am. And then if they see my user profile and go, oh, black person? Oh, no, I'm not available that week. And then you think, okay, you know, innocently we think people are legit.
Right.
So we think, all right, I'll look for another one.
Right.
And then maybe within the hour or maybe by the end of the evening, you go look up, you know, San Francisco again. Oddly enough, that week is now available for that same user again. Who told you it was no longer available?
Isn't that true? Yeah.
So then that's when people started realizing, okay, I see what you all are doing.
Right.
And made a big to-do about it and brought it up and made it public. It was all over social media, etc.
So they can see the profile like on social media, like Facebook
exactly.
and stuff like
but
that.
only if the users that use the service upload it.
I see.
So then what started happening is that once black people started getting hip to it, they started uploading like scenic pictures. You know, say if I'm from D.C., I might upload a picture of the Capitol instead of a picture of my face. So that way someone looking me up to see who am I, they still don't know.
I like that.
They may know I'm female, but that's all they know. So that's what people started doing to combat it. So now Airbnb is trying to make it right and try to keep people from, you know, having the ability to easily discriminate. And there was a lawsuit in May. Gregory Selden, who's African American, filed a class action discrimination suit against Airbnb, saying that he had been denied a place to stay simply because of his race. So Airbnb assembled a permanent team of engineers whose purpose was to root out the bias and to make it so that, you know, people wouldn't be able to do that anymore.
That's good.
So they're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put them on the kiss it list because they're trying to do the right thing.
Well, at least they didn't push it to the back burner and say, this is not our practice and not what we do. They brought light of the situation and brought it to the forefront, which is good.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we have to commend them for that, I guess.
I suppose so.
Yeah. So we'll see how that's going to work out.
Yeah. Poppa DD, what you think about that? Airbnb trying to do the right thing?
You know, I think it's too little too late. I mean, in my segment, like I was talking about the black skin, now you see where I'm coming from, because everything we talked about, every story that we discussed, sort of has the same premise of always being some brown in the mix that's not working out right, no matter what it may be. And like I said, it's a granulated situation that goes back further than we know, and is deeply rooted than we would ever believe. So we're definitely going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay, we got you.
All right. We're going to keep it moving.
All right, what's up next, Ketel?
I have the swimmer. How do you pronounce his last name?
Oh, Lockie?
Lockie, okay.
He just stays in the news.
Yeah, he does. I think he has that quote-unquote bad boy image.
Yeah,
but,
I think he likes it.
Yeah, I think so, too. Ryan Lockie agrees to serve 10-month suspension. Now, I don't know. Some people might think it's kind of harsh, and some people might say, okay, he deserves it. He's a 12-time Olympic medalist. He agreed to serve 10-month suspension due to his involvement in a gas station incident during the Rio Olympics. He will also be ineligible for the 2017 World Championship meet, and he will have to forfeit all United States Olympic Committee and U.S. swimming medals funding for the gold medal he's earned as part of the men's 4x20 freestyle relay in Rio. Good. And other sanctions against Lockheed include no monthly stipend and no direct support or access to the U.S. OC training facilities during the suspension.
I didn't know they got monthly stipends, so they're on the payroll.
See? He will also have to perform 20 hours of community service. So it goes on to say, we accept the decision as believed it is in everyone's best interest to move forward. This is what his attorney made a statement. Ryan is grateful to be a member of the U.S. Olympic team and U.S. swimming. He recognizes his lapse in judgment and is looking forward to continuing his training, volunteer work with kids, and resuming his swimming career next year with an eye toward representing his country at the 2020 Olympic Games in Japan. He better act like he act like he has some sense.
He wouldn't be able to represent anything.
But also, they said the other three swimmers that night at the gas station, they mentioned their names will be suspended from domestic and international U.S. swimming national team competitions for 4 months.
I think that's appropriate because I kept saying he should have his, even if they let him keep the medals, they should take the money back. Because every gold medal, I forgot how much was it, $25,000?
Oh, really?
I think they get $25,000 for gold, $15,000 for silver, and like $8,000 for bronze, something like that in the U.S. It varies from country to country.
Right. And one more big incident they're not going to be able to do. All 4 swimmers will not be allowed to visit the White House alongside fellow U.S. Olympians.
Good. They've disgraced themselves.
Yep.
But why is that Bama on Dancing with the Stars?
Because I think it's just his bad boy image that they like. I mean, because you know what? He got the publicity now, and that's going to bring people to watch.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen. But
well,
yep, it is what it is.
I just think that, that I don't think that was too harsh at all.
Right.
You agree with that, Papa? You think the punishment was fair?
No, not at all. I think he needed to get more. He needed to get beat down more. He embarrassed the United States, and plus, really shame on Dancing with the Stars for even bringing him on there, because if he was one of those black basketball players, he wouldn't even been allowed to do nothing. So we have to look at the foresight of what's up. If it was either, even if it was a non-popular basketball player that did something crazy. And, when you're over there, there's so many things you can do crazy. Once you leave the Olympic Village, the whole, it's a mess to do whatever you want to do. And you got to show a lot of discipline to get away from it, and so, I mean, he made a fool of himself. And then Dancing with the Stars acts like that's the avenue to bring you on. I mean, to me, the show is becoming trash because they're not holding the guy accountable like the rest of the world's trying to. You messed up in here. Oh, come in and smack. Then they got him dance with my girl. That's what's really pissing me off about everything.
Oh yeah,
Cheryl Burke. Yep, Cheryl Burke. Yep.
Cheryl Burke. Like, damn, what?
Yeah. Don't go through the screen, Papa. Don't do that.
Yeah. I know that got you. Well, we're going to put him and ABC and the BBC that produces Dancing with the Stars, all 3 of them are on the Kiss It list.
Ooh-wee. All right.
Yeah, we need to. He needs to be a little more. He needs a little more restrictions because he didn't get the lesson. He didn't get the lesson at all. He lives a privileged life, and all he did was come from privilege. So,
all right.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it moving on the sports side. What you got?
All right. I got another sports story. My girl, Serena Williams.
Oh, okay.
Has fallen from the throne.
What?
She tried. She really did. Yes. Serena Williams' bid to break Steffi Graf's record of 22 Grand Slam wins, as well as Serena's incredible 186-week winning streak as the world's number 1, came to a shocking end on last night, Thursday, when she lost to that youngin'. That woman, I shouldn't call her girl, she's 24 years old, number 11 ranked from Czechoslovakia, Her name is Carolina Pliskova.
Uh-huh.
Now, the first set was a disaster for Williams. Pliskova smashed her 6-2.
Uh-huh.
And it looked like, she was going to come back, and then they had a tiebreaker, and then Serena, failed to pick it back up again. So, people are analyzing it all, saying, how did this happen?
Oh.
Well, Serena right now, was ranked the greatest player on the tour, the reigning queen of tennis. And when she lost the Grand Slam on her home turf, people are starting to speculate, she's, 34? She's been playing now for 20 years.
Ooh, that's a long time.
She's 34 years old.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And she was battling a left knee injury.
Right,
all through the second week of the Open.
Right.
And it flared up most noticeably in the second match.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, she said that the injury was serious.
Right.
And then, she appeared to kind of go down a little bit. Her whole demeanor and everything kind of went down.
Mm-hmm.
But then, after it was all said and done, people were speculating, was it because of the knee and all of that?
Mm-hmm.
And here's what she said. I don't want to misquote her.
Mm-hmm.
She said, we play every single week. I've been in Toronto or Montreal or Cincinnati where I play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, if I'm not used to playing this, I should really think about doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and make an excuse because that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
So people were trying to give her an excuse, you've been fighting the injury and all of that. And
right.
she was like, no, I just,
had a bad day.
I just lost.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
So, it was sad to see her, lose her streak.
Mm-hmm.
And she had worked so hard trying to beat Steffi Graf's 22 Grand Slam wins.
Yeah.
But
that would have been a record, yeah.
Yeah. So now the question is, how much longer can she be a dominant force at the age of 34?
Mm-hmm.
34 is young.
Mm-hmm.
But in tennis,
yeah.
I mean, do they measure that in dog years?
They might.
Multiplied by 7 or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, it was rough to watch, but
sometimes when you have injuries like that, sometimes you really have to take a year or so to recuperate and just take that time and relax. And a lot of times they don't do that. They keep going at it. So it's sometimes you re-injure that part that's you broke or injured or whatever.
Right. You just complicate the injury even more.
You have to have time to heal. I mean, look at Tiger Woods and all the other players, that
yeah. And I did see something talking about Tiger is trying to make a comeback.
Really?
I was like, Tiger, go sit down. Your time has gone. Let it go.
He's made so much money, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you still doing?
Yeah.
Are you really trying to make more money?
He needs to go out there and mentor some young folks. So he needs to find a young protege out there.
He needs to go find a chair and put his butt in it.
And look, talking about chairs, sitting down, we're going to get on to the guy. I'm sorry, we got Poppa. Do you want to make a comment?
Yeah, I was just going to check in with Poppa. Hey, Poppa DD, I know Serena's your girl and all, but she just couldn't pull it off. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I saw that match, as a matter of fact, and the other girl's really tall, and she has a slam and serve like Serena does. So she was just too much for her. And
she's probably about 10
years
younger now.
She's 24.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Oh, and that's the biggest problem. Serena lost any skills, but she lost some of her stamina and some of her oomph,
Yeah.
And it's starting to show, It's starting to show.
Yeah.
She'd be hard-pressed trying to come back.
I would rather see her go out on top than to go out on the bottom.
I would say so, yeah. She may have about another year or so left in. Yeah.
Because I think Venus needed to go. Mm-hmm. Venus keeps on trying to come back and make this comeback, and it's just not happening for her.
Right.
Yeah, them girls, they look at her like she's an old lady. They look at Venus like she's a mom.
But sometimes out on the court, she looks like the old lady.
Yeah, she does.
No disrespect. I love both of them, but the truth is the truth, and the truth will set you free. It's playing.
All right, Redwine. Yeah.
All right. So what else do we have in sports news?
Well, we're gonna keep it moving. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing this last name right.
Ooh, Kaepernick.
Kaepernick. Yeah, that's an interesting name. I wonder where is that from?
I don't know where he's from.
Kaepernick. He will donate jersey sales to charity. That's pretty cool.
All right.
Sales of Colin Kaepernick jerseys have skyrocketed. The 49ers quarterback decided to sit during the national anthem to protest how this country treats minorities. The team site sold more Kaepernick merchandise in the past week than they did in 8 months leading up to it. Kaepernick himself has taken notice and posted on Instagram Wednesday morning to say that he would donate all proceeds he receives from his jersey sales to charity. He goes on to say, I want to thank everyone who has shown me love and support. It truly means a lot. He says, I wasn't expecting my jersey sales to jump to the number one because of this, but it shows that the people believe that we can achieve justice and equality for all. The only way I can repay you for the support is to return the favor by donating the proceeds I receive from my jersey sales back to the community.
All right.
I mean, I think a lot of other people are taking heed. They're doing the same thing. They're doing different things for their team, and they're standing with him.
To dovetail on that one, the Seattle Seahawks, Cliff Averill and Doug Baldwin, they told reporters on Wednesday that they're contemplating joining their teammate Jeremy Lane and Colin Kaepernick with the national anthem protest.
Oh, really?
So it's definitely like becoming a movement and picking up steam.
Yeah.
So Seattle's Bobby Wagner says the team has been talking about some kind of group action right before this coming Sunday's game at 4 o'clock. Well, 4:05 actually. And they're playing against the Dolphins at the CenturyLink Field, and they're saying that, you know, they're thinking about sitting down during the anthem. And they're saying whatever they do, it'll be a surprise.
Wow.
So we'll just have to, if those of us in the area to see that game, tune in and find out what happens.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. I think they're trying to get also people watching the game, but, you know, you don't know what they're going to do. So everybody just wants to see, you know, everybody's on pins and needles and want to see what they're going to be doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick up another caller. Caller, you're live on the Pajama Party Show. Welcome aboard. Woo-woo.
Yes, and how y'all doing? As far as Kaepernick, you say he's going to donate all the proceeds of his jerseys, right? To charity?
Yeah.
Okay. He's also he's going to make $12 million. He's going to donate the first $1 million to.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, he's going to donate the first $1 million. The first $1 million he's going to donate to charity.
You can't beat that. That's nice.
I wonder what charity.
You know what? He never said it. What charity is it that he's going to donate to?
I hope it's a Pajama Party charity.
Yeah, I think we better call him and tell him.
Yeah, we better check on that one.
Yeah, let's get on your charity list.
Yeah.
I think that was really cool to do that.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think a lot of people are copying what he's doing. You know, they standing up for, you know, their rights and how they feel.
But I like to know that Seattle going to do Sunday. I'd like to know that because they say they're not going to tell nobody what they're going to do.
Yeah, they said it'll be a surprise. So we'll see.
I bet you they have the most people watching that game than any other game. You know.
Yeah, at least at the beginning during the anthem to see who stands up and who kneels or who sits down.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, there was another player on that note that lost his sponsorship because he kneeled down on Thursday's game. I'm trying to find his name. Gosh, what is that guy's name? It was one of the players who had a sponsor, and it was I can't remember who it was now, but it was on the Seattle. Who did they play? Seattle and the Broncos.
Okay.
He plays for the Broncos.
Oh, okay.
And he knelt. He was on one knee during the anthem, and the sponsor for some company or product that he had for like 5 months dropped him.
Really?
They sure did. They dropped him when he was kneeling during the anthem.
Wow. Dang. That's serious.
Yeah, they dropped that brother. I said,
Okay.
I see how y'all roll. Yeah.
And one more thing, okay? As far as y'all kissing list, put Hall's cough drops on there too, okay?
Hall's cough drops. What's up with that?
They sponsoring that swimmer. They his sponsor.
Oh, really? They sponsor Ryan Lochte? Oh.
Put them on there too.
Okay. All right. Got it. Thank you so much, caller. All right. You have a good night. All right. Put them on the Bama list and the Kiss It list. Bama of the week. Yeah, really. Call Huggy Lowdown. Well, I got one more here. Hit it and quit it. Okay. They don't want any cell phones on the planes. FAA warns against using Samsung Galaxy Note 7 on planes. Ah, that's been a problem. Yeah. Note 7? Yep. The Federal Aviation Administration is warning travelers to avoid turning on or charging Samsung Galaxy 7 phones while flying because of concerns about the devices catching fire. Mm-hmm. FAA also urges travelers not to stow the phones in a checked bag. Who want to do that? Everybody had their phone in their hand. Come on. The warning came a week after Samsung ordered a global recall of the phones. In some cases, the device's lithium batteries sparked fires, including one that destroyed a Jeep in St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah, that thing was burnt to a crisp. I saw it. So where was the phone? It was just laying. I think he had it like plugged up to the charger. Oh. And that thing sparked up and caught fire. Oh, burnt that Jeep up. I don't blame the FAA. I would be the same way. Don't bring that thing on my plane. Wow. If that thing should spark up and explode or catch on fire, what are you going to do 30,000, 40,000 feet up in the air? I know. Yeah. And a phone catches on fire. You better get one of them parachutes. So Samsung asked all owners to return the phones that began circulating in August. So the offer was to exchange the phones for a Galaxy S7 or Galaxy S7 Edge, along with a $25 gift certificate for the inconvenience. So it says, we are offering this exchange because your safety and peace of mind is our top priority. Sure you're right. So, it says larger lithium batteries spark problems for the Boeing 787 Dreamliner after the battery short-circuited and damaged planes in Boston and Japan. Mm-hmm. The fleet of new planes was grounded worldwide for the first 3 months in early 2013 as Boeing developed and installed safeguards against the batteries overheating. Wow. All right. Hey, Poppa DD, you didn't order that Galaxy 7, did you?
No, I don't know where that came from all of a sudden. You know, all of a sudden they got a 7. I think they went 7 to go above a 6 on the iPhone. Those superpowers are competing against each other, and I think the regular people need to stay out of the middle of that stuff, you know?
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, they make
you know what? So now that you mentioned, I was just going to say, now that you mentioned the iPhone 6, Ketel, add them to the Kiss It list. Put Apple on the Kiss It list. They got people all upset because they just came out with that new Apple phone. I don't know what number. Is it the 6, 7, whatever it is? And this thing doesn't have an earphone jack because they're trying to push people into using Bluetooth. And my thing is, you know what? What if I don't want to use Bluetooth? Or what if my Bluetooth battery runs out and I need to go back to old school and plug up my headphones or my earbuds and use a regular 3mm cord? Now there's nowhere to plug in a cord. You want to make people go Bluetooth? Yeah. Who do you think you are? They're Apple. Yeah, well, that's why I have Android. I know that's right. Unbelievable. Yeah, that is crazy. Why would they do that? Yeah, so they're on the Kiss It list, too. Yeah, and you know what? People are going to be lined up around the corner just to get that stupid-ass damn phone. You know they will. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's crazy. They're camping out and doing whatever it takes to get that damn phone. When will they learn? It's like lining up for Starbucks coffee. Yeah. Anyhow. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with the weird news right now on Pajama Party Radio Show. All right.
You're in the right place at the right time. It's the Pajama Party. www.pjamapodcast.com. www.apajamaparty.com. Produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment. Don't just sit there yelling at the air. You've got an opinion? We want to hear it too. Dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306. Don't let us have all the fun by ourselves. We've got room for you at the Pajama Party. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Operators are standing by. Well, they're lounging on pillows, but they're waiting for your calls. So call us now, 914-803-4306. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Oh, you want to throw pillows?
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. One of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir, bonsoir.
How y'all doing tonight? Everything cool? You know.
Yeah, we doing
Everything
fine. How
else
you
pretty good?
doing in that traffic? Mhm.
I'm free flowing. I'm on the infamous, 295, the highway from hell, the Antichrist highway between Baltimore and Washington.
Really?
And anything goes highway, traffic, trees down. You play this highway at your own risk, so.
Yeah, you're right about that. Make sure you got your high beams on. I think it's some deer out there too, Papa.
Oh, Lord, okay.
We left the light on in the studio window for you.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
And we got drinks on ice. Look, talking about crazy stuff going on. We get ready to get into the weird news. Police Pennsylvania man stole 300,000 pennies from employer. Wow. Talk about penny pinching. A Pennsylvania man is accused of stealing about 300,000 pennies from his employer. Police in Taylor, just outside of Scranton, have charged a 34-year-old Robert Napoleon with burglary and related offenses. He's accused of taking a steel drum filled with $3,000 worth of pennies from Pine Freight Lines, where he worked as a mechanic. So a criminal complaint says he loaded the 1,600-pound drum onto a hand truck at the company building on Monday and rode it to his Jeep. Police say the company owner used the drum like an enormous spare change jar for his pennies. So they said they tracked him through the dust in a trail of pennies marked in his path. That is crazy.
The police,
that thing had to weigh a ton.
I know, 1,600 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
So police searched his Jeep and found pennies underneath the seats and floor mat. Police say he admitted to taking the drum. No lawyer information is listed in court documents. So he's going to be jailed in the Lackawanna County, and he has a $50,000 bail.
For stealing how many pennies?
$3,000 worth of pennies.
That's a shame.
Well,
look, check this one out. I've got one out of Boise, Ohio. When allegations erupted this summer that
Ohio or Idaho?
I'm sorry, Idaho. What did I say, Ohio? Okay, step away from the glass.
Yep.
Idaho. So when allegations erupted this summer that 2 Idaho lawmakers were caught in an extramarital affair, many supporters were quick to say that their actions were just a mistake and not a crime.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess they say adultery is a mistake. It's not a crime. But in Idaho, adultery has been considered a felony since 1972.
Wow.
The crime is rarely prosecuted, but it remains on the books as a relic of America's long history of regulating sexual activity inside of marriage. Although America tries to regulate sexual activity inside of marriage, outside of marriage, inside of a non-marriage, outside of a non-marriage,
and everywhere. Huh?
Everywhere they can. So the law hasn't changed behavior, according to a university professor from Idaho. She said the law was not changing behavior, but behavior eventually changed the law. So adultery is illegal in 21 other states, but Idaho is one of the few to classify it as a felony.
Really?
So if prosecuted to the full extent of the law, a person could spend up to 3 years in prison and be fined $1,000 for adultery.
Idaho, Idaho. What
Somebody to hoe.
Somebody to hoe.
It says that's harsher than the punishment for violating most of Idaho's campaign finance or even animal cruelty laws.
Wow.
So, for example, in 2002, a 20-year-old man named, I guess Jerome is the city, a 20-year-old Jerome man was sentenced to a year's probation for a felony adultery charge for having a relationship with a 17-year-old married teenager. Gosh, he got a lot going on in that. Prosecutors offered the adultery charge as a plea deal, meaning the man didn't have to register as a sex offender because all other sex-related charges were dropped. So they got a lot going on with this adultery thing, with it being a felony. And they're saying if you try to remove it from the books, you're asking whether we should make this kind of activity okay.
So like Idaho trying to regulate folks in business.
I don't know what they're doing in Idaho.
Idaho, Idaho, everybody to hoe.
Yeah, I think so. But if you a hoe in Idaho, you going to jail.
I know that's right. But they said it's in 21 other states.
21 other states.
But in Idaho, it's considered
a
felony. But I guess in other states, it might be a misdemeanor.
I guess. Or an error in judgment.
So you might just get probation, maybe. But
I guess.
They trying to put your behind in jail.
I don't know. All I know is you mess with somebody else's spouse.
See what I'm saying?
They gonna deal with it.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
It's probably some little hick town, whatever, like Peyton Place.
Okay.
All right. One last one. Deer interrupts surfing tryouts in California.
A deer?
A deer.
Okay.
A deer, a doe. Surfing
deer. Was it a female deer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Surfing team tryouts in California were interrupted by a four-legged friend who apparently wanted to get in on the fun. Surfers, the deer in water. Get that picture now.
A deer in the water.
Yeah, a deer.
I didn't even know deer went in water.
I don't know. Surfers at Southern California's Dana Point were shocked when a deer rushed into the ocean Thursday morning. One surfer had to kick his board out and bail out of a wave when the animal suddenly appeared in front of him. They were just getting midway through their surf heat, and out of nowhere, this deer comes trotting down the shoreline. Mike Faldy, whose son Cole was a surfer with the near-deer experience.
Near-deer experience. Wow, that's crazy.
He posted video of the dog paddling deer, which he said appeared.
Wait. On
his
deer?
Facebook
Wait a
page.
minute, hold up. The deer was doggy paddling?
Yeah. A deer, a donkey, quote-unquote donkey paddling.
The deer was, okay.
He posted a video of the dog paddling deer, which he said appeared spooked on his Facebook page. So the tryout judge, Sherry Crummer, oh boy, crazy name, told the Orange County Register that no one knew where the deer came from. It hopped over rocks and then went on to sea. Surf team coach Tim Sampson paddled out about a quarter of a mile and herded the deer back to shore, where it took off toward a hotel. So now they have.
So the deer went back to its hotel?
I guess.
Oh, my goodness.
But one of the lifeguard captains did say the deer occasionally come for a swim, but it's rare.
I have never. Poppa DD, have you ever heard of swimming deer?
No, I never experienced that whole situation. Deer is usually on land, on grass. I never knew they could swim. But
deer ran around in the forest.
Deer is shaped like deer. I'm pretty
like
everything.
I
This
guess
is a very
he's trying to
escaped animal.
He's trying to get a swim over.
I tell you, I guess that's why it's the weird news. Deer come out of the woods, jumped in the water, doggy paddled, and then went back to his hotel.
Oh,
go figure.
Yeah, you go figure. I don't know.
Oh, boy. Yeah, they got me on that one.
So we'll take a little CC break. We're going to recover from that deer swim, Papa. We're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come right back.
Yeah, I'm still envisioning this deer doggy paddling. That messed me up. All right, we'll be right back with, I'm just saying, with me, Redwine.
Does your gray hair make you look much older than you really are? Do Boy Scouts try to help you cross the street? Don't waste your time with messy hair colors that won't last. Wigs will just make your hair sweat. What you need is a permanent solution. You need Gray Be Gone. Gray Be Gone burns your gray hairs right down to the root. No more coloring with Gray Be Gone. Simply apply Gray Be Gone with the heat-protected gloves to your entire scalp. When you feel the burning, the gray hairs are being fried right on your head. After the procedure, just stick your head in a bucket of ice water to cool the burning, and just like that, no more gray hairs. You might have bald spots and burns where the gray used to be, but that's a whole different problem. Gray Be Gone will solve your gray hair problem once and for all. Gray Be Gone. Get yours today and make that gray go away.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
Yeah, I'm on 295. I'm on 295, and I'm witnessing a very horrific accident, which has got this car completely tore apart. Yeah, it's.
Well, you be careful coming in the studio, Papa.
Somebody ran into a tree and crashed somebody else, and it's bad. Oh, it's very bad.
Yeah. You be careful getting into the studio. And look out for the deer paddling in the water. Yeah.
Somebody smashed into somebody, and it's really sad. And it's, wow. That was very interesting.
Okay. Our prayers go out to them.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, they need it because it was smashed up very hard. So where we, I see you guys jumped over what's popping. Okay. I can appreciate that.
All right.
Anyway.
We're going to do that. No, we'll do that right now. Okay, come on, Papa.
I bet. You just got carried away with you not being here, you know.
We had too many cocktails.
Oh, you're getting used to it. Okay, you trying to fill the bill completely. I can dig it.
Please don't mess you, Papa.
So, what's popping tonight, Poppa DD?
What's popping now? As you can hear in the background, the police are racing to this accident. As the sirens are going off, they're going down 295 to make a U-turn because it's back there by the Glen Burnie area, and they are racing to the scene because it's a very horrific.
Okay, Papa, you be careful getting in. But what do you think when we talk about tonight?
Well, you know what? I want to talk about the black man, basically. You know, and let's focus on that. Let's take away every other aspect of him. Let's just talk about the black man born unto the world and just living in the world like anybody else. Okay, let's not even go there with the aunts, uncles, brothers, cousins, baby daddy, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, whatever. Let's just talk about the black man in general. If you notice, every story that you talk about that involves a black man has an horrendous level of treatment attached to it. Everything you talk about has to do with a black man. Somebody done did some dumb stuff that has just compromised him completely. And I think that our immunity to that in the world, except for the black man himself, is almost like when an alarm goes off on a car, nobody even knows it anymore. It used to be when the alarms first came out on the car and the car go, people look and say, wow, what's going on? Now the alarm will go off and you won't even budge. You won't even look out the window and see if it's even your car, you know? But it's at the point now where I think that as long as people, it doesn't affect them, they have no problem with it. And one day I measured the degree of treatment by doing something I had to do one day where I had to go to Washington, D.C. one morning and then back to Jersey and then back to D.C. And doing that little bit of 3-hour travel back and forth, I almost experienced in stores, in people, in seating, and I must have experienced ethnic situations, disrespect, stink eye looks, all kinds of stuff, just in the course of being a black man over a 6-hour period. And it was a trip because I'm trying to figure out what makes people think that everybody got proof. What makes people think they got something on somebody else? I don't get it. I don't get it. And, being born a black man is only what you were born to be. It has nothing to do with choices you had or anything. No matter what you are, whatever gender you are or color you are, you have no choice in the matter. You were made by the maker and you were made by the creators, whoever got together and made you as a child. And now the world we live in is the horrendous, like I said, even with the gentleman Lockney, if he was a black man, if he was one of those black basketball players, and he did that thing he did, he would have been barred or even kicked out of the NBA. But this man is about to go on Dance with the Stars, where they don't even care. They're keeping it going. This man should be punished. He should be punished. He disgraced America, lied to his teeth to everybody, and now he's smiling and dancing with my girl Cheryl Burke, pissing me off. That's pissing me off, really. But anyway, what I'm saying is the fact that getting back to the whole black man thing, we, as any other black man, can realize and notice, man, we go through hell between the time we wake up and the time we go to bed. If we're on a plane, train, automobile, waiting room, restaurant, bowling alley, walking the street, going anywhere we're doing, we get the stink eye, we get the second look, we get to grab the pocketbook, we get to walk on the other side of the street. Everybody's doing stuff because it's been so granulated, and even our own people, our own black women, it's been granulated in people's heads from the time they were knee-high to a grasshopper to fear the black man in some respect. And that's why police officers, when they encounter a black man, in order to get the edge on them, they blow him away. And just like a couple incidents when a black man knocked on the door because the car broke down, went to somebody's house and knocked on the door, and they blew him away right through the door without even asking questions. Well, he knocked on the door because his car was wrecked. They thought he was trying to rob him. There's no rhyme, no reason, no thought. You got brown skin, you're going to get killed. Just like Trayvon Martin with Zimmerman. He chased him. He tracked him down. Oh, there's one now. Speaking on the black man. Had nothing to do with a Trayvon. He saw a black man. The police said, don't follow him. He followed him. But who knows? Zimmerman could have been drunk. Nobody checked his car for 34 days. His car could have had empty bottles of Hennessy in the back. He could have had roaches in the ashtray. He had 34 days to clean his whole situation up. But like I said, when it comes to the black man, stop thinking about your last relationship. Stop thinking about your ex-husband. Stop thinking about your baby's daddy. Stop thinking about your brother, your father, your whoever. Just think about the black man born from the sperm, developed as a man and as a black man. And please calm down and help to respect his day-to-day wanderings in the world, because he's a marked man from the time he's 5 years old until he's 105 years old, and everything in between. People shoot first and ask questions later. People doubt and ask questions later. People think you're going to steal and ask questions later. It's a complete mess, and I'm tired of it. That's all I got to say on what's popping.
All right, Papa. I hear you. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, being that I'm not a black man, I can't say that I understand from the black man's perspective, but I would say it's an interesting point of view.
Look at the stories you're reading. All the stories you read every week. Look and see what's on the back end of it. Black man was such and such because it's a black man wrongly accused. Black man was such and such, such and such. It's a feared species, and it's taught to people all overseas. Middle Eastern people teaching their children now. When you go to America, go to college, get educated, but watch out for the black man. Watch out for the black man. This is the integrity. This is what's taught to them, and they come over here fearing us to death. Everybody, it's like, I mean, like I said, I won't get deep on it because our time is short. But some of the examples that I deal with, let me give you just one example. I was carrying some loose items, and I needed a plastic bag. I went to a store in Washington Union Station, the Hudson News, as they call it, I wanted to get a plastic bag. I pulled out $1. I asked the guy, can I buy a plastic bag? And, you know, in New York City, New Yorker, they'll sell to you for a nickel or whatever and keep moving. But in D.C., this foreigner looks at me, and I guess they don't understand you. As soon as they see black skin, they think you're going to rob them. So all of a sudden, they go into protect mode. I said, excuse me, can I buy a plastic bag? He looked around, see who's looking. I said, plastic. No, you must buy something. You must buy something. I said, well, damn, I got $1 in my hand. I just want a plastic bag. You know, me being a grown man trying to buy a plastic man off a foreigner who, he acted like them bags was trimmed in gold or something. I'm like, damn, man. So anyway, it just blew my mind, the thought process. They're giving us too much thought. If we got $1 in our hand, hell, charge me 50 cents for it. Just give me the damn plastic bag. Let me get on my way. You know, right. But like I said, it's deep. It's really, really deep. But anyway,
you might write a book on that, Papa.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, every black man in my listening ear can understand where I'm coming from, because as we wake up in the morning until we go to bed at night, we're dealing with fear, discontent, people looking at us like we're crazy, and you know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't envy
you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're coming back with I'm Just Saying with me, Redwine, on Pajama Party Radio Show. All right. Be right back. All right.
Bonsoir. This is Redwine, or as they say in Paris, Je suis vin rouge. Join me every Friday right here on A Pajama Party, where I'll get on my rant, sit on my little bar stool, and give you my opinion on whatever has been bugging me or whatever's on my mind this week. You don't want to miss it. I know I won't. So be here with me every Friday, Redwine, on the Pajama Party Show. Visit us on www.apajamaparty.com and check us out. We'll see you there.
Shoot, let me get Papa. Hey.
Hi, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of the hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
That's fine.
All right. And this is the Pajama Party every Friday night. We get together and do our thing. We're usually all in the studio, but I got a late start out of Jersey tonight, heading back to D.C. And but I'm getting there. I'm starting to see signs of that ugly doo-doo brown color that you start seeing when you're in Laurel. So I'm getting close. Anyway, we're up next with Redwine, I understand.
Yes, tonight. Let me talk about, I got a topic tonight. I'm just saying, how long will we be disrespected? That's my topic tonight. How long will we be disrespected? The story we covered earlier about the young man being awakened by the police, getting beaten and tased, really disturbs me. Now, first of all, why didn't they just announce who they were looking for in the first place? They're looking for this guy's brother. They assumed that he was the person they were looking for. Even if they thought it was him, why would you go up and then wake that guy up out of his bed, 2:30 in the morning, kicking, beating, stomping, and then hit him with a taser, and then claim he was resisting arrest? Are you serious? That's not resisting. How can you be resisting if you're asleep? What is that, passive resistance or something? Because you didn't stand up at attention, you were resisting? They need to stop that stuff. Even if they thought he fit their description, it was not necessary to wake him up like that. I'm just saying, how long will we as a people be disrespected? And as for the jury, in that case, since they had the righteous gall to press charges against the bullies with badges in the case, they had the audacity to award him $1 per, per defendant? $1 stinking per defendant, which added up to about, $18? Again, I'm asking, are you kidding me? They could not have been more disrespectful short of delivering it all in pennies, hand-tossed. I have never seen this level of global disrespect for black people
Not since back in the, 1960s? Were black lives so disrespected and so disregarded? This is why Black Lives Matter still matters. This is why the movement keeps picking up steam. And people need to understand, it's not just black people involved in the Black Lives Matter movement. People come from all races and creeds, etc., have picked up on the truth in this country. And the truth is, if you're not one of the privileged whites in this country, your life has a price tag on it. And unfortunately, it's a clearance tag. And the clearance tag has been marked down to almost free. Now, what does that say to our young people? We tell them to behave in a certain way when they encounter the police. And how many times do those tactics not work? I'm just saying, how long will we be disrespected? I remember some years ago, I'll tell you a story. I was stopped in a southern state, and I won't mention what state, and the officer had the lights going and everything. So we pulled into a parking lot of a grocery store, totally oblivious as to why we had been stopped, because we knew we weren't speeding. And the officer asked for license and registration. We gave him the information, and we sat there with those lights, the blue and red lights, still going, for almost 10 minutes while he was checking the information, I guess. So when he finally came back to the car, we kept asking him, well, what's the problem? Why were we stopped? He didn't even answer us. He went back to the car again, to his car, and we sat there for another 10 minutes with the lights still going. Finally, when he came back with the license and registration in his hand that had our name and address on it, he had the gall to ask, is this a rental car? And I'm looking at him thinking, now, you have a license in your hand, you have registration in your hand that matches the license in your hand, that matches the car that we're sitting in. Why the hell are you going to ask us, is this a rented car? You got a problem because it's a nice vehicle? So you think we couldn't possibly own the vehicle? Well, what is that about? So I go back to my original question. How long will we be disrespected? It doesn't even make any sense. And every time I think about that state and that situation, I get all fired up. So I'm going to get off of that as they go drive me to go back to the bar. But anyway, my focus tonight is on the disrespect that we've been receiving in these kind of cases we keep hearing and reading about. I'm just saying that if anybody, whether they be police or otherwise, knocks you in your head, kicks you, and stuns you with a taser without cause or justification, wouldn't you want to go after them for some kind of justice? That's how we do things in America. If people wrong you, you go after them to right the wrong. And that's what court is supposed to be about. It is just disrespectful as a person being locked up for years. That's another example. People being locked up and come to find out they didn't even commit the crime. But they've been sitting in jail rotting away for years, and then come to find out now that they have DNA technology, you find out, oh, this guy had been in jail 17 years, 15, 12, 20, whatever years, been in jail all this time and completely innocent. And some of these states say, oh, DNA proves you're innocent. We're so sorry. We're going to let you go free now. Go and enjoy your life. What the hell? You can't give a person back their years, their youth, their vitality, their family, or lack of family, because the time they could have had a family, they were locked up. Again, I'm saying, how long are we going to be disrespected like this? These people sit up in jail, and yes, there have been cases where people have gotten $1 million or gotten money, but that's not everybody. There's a lot more cases where people get an apology as opposed to saying, here's some money to try to compensate you for the life we took away from you. So, I'm just saying, when it comes down to it all, it's total disrespect and disregard for black lives, and that's the problem that needs to be rectified. I like that slogan that you see all over the place now. If you see something, say something. Everybody's seen that, right? Well, the way I see it, I see stuff and I'm saying stuff because that's what I do. And what I'm saying tonight is, how long will we be disrespected? This crap needs to stop because black lives do matter. And if that woman that busted Roger Ailes at Fox News can get $20 million and a settlement for sexual harassment, what do we get for black harassment? I'm just asking the question. Black harassment is a real thing. So how much is that worth? This is Redwine, and I'm just saying. You know, what's the price on black harassment? Somebody tell me.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And as you can see, Redwine, that really goes on the heels of what I was saying concerning black men. You know, it's on the same heels. It's in the same shoe. Believe me, it's in the same shoe. And I think that we as a people need to understand that we need to stop worrying about what our financial stature is, or where we live, or what we're doing, how much money we make, how much money we're worth, or whatever we got going on that makes us feel like we're so comfortable. Because the comfort zone is a real interesting thing, and it doesn't begin with a nice sofa and a nice house. It begins with safety for oneself. You know, it just be able to walk the streets and live life and do what you got to do. And I think that's the biggest problem with our society is that half of us kind of feel like we're immune to something because we're with the in crowd. We're conservative black folk. We're comfortable.
Yeah.
Everything is cool. We live in a nice neighborhood. Got a nice little blanket around us, a little bit of money to fall back on, so we straight. You ain't straight at all. No, it's not at all. It's not copacetic at all. Your own people.
Not as long as they got clearance tags on black lives, ain't nothing copacetic.
Yeah. Not at all. And I think until we understand and realize it, and I'm talking with it with a natural tongue. I'm not talking about it with a arrogant, militant tongue or nothing like that. Black people, we need to throw this up and blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of black folks get afraid when other blacks start speaking with any kind of blackness, even in the office. If a black person coming here with a little too much blackness, the conservative black folks in the same office are like, oh, my God, I can't believe he's acting like that. Acting like that, hell, that's your black brother. Once you get your little punk ass out of your system and feel like where he's coming from, you ain't got to high five with him like that, but at least understand mentally where he's coming from. You know, and that's what's wrong with society today. Everybody looks at people thinking that they're above somebody. You're above what? Please. We're all above ground at the same time because at one time we're going to be below ground, 6 feet under when our calling comes. So, anyway.
Right about it. Yeah. Well, Poppa DD, while you got the mic, do you want to go ahead into your Living for the City segment?
You know, yeah, I could do that. You know, I just want to focus on the family a little bit, and it's on the heels of what we're saying and all. You know, it's in the family. You know, there's such a break anymore of people and situations and circumstances, and people get lost and get. We just got to find some type of unification with the family, whether we do something together, whether it be, you know, it don't even have to be as elaborate as a family reunion, but something that's going to bring people together to know who and what they are. Even if you got to do it in stages of generations. You know, sometimes you may not be in touch with the other generation, but at least be in touch with your generation and know where you came from and try to build on that. Because nowadays, people are just out there. People are just living. They don't even know where they even came from, half of them. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of that comes from the illegitimate relationships of people, illegitimate births, and things of that nature. It can manifest itself into a thing where people don't even know the whole other side of their families. So that can get really deep because the only person that suffers from that is the child in the long run. You know, even though you had a big to-do with your baby's daddy or your baby's mother, and now the child only sees one side of the family. Now when the child grows up, the child's got 50% of the people he or she don't even know. Don't even know. And we're talking first cousins, natural aunts, natural uncles that they're not even aware of. You know, and then all of a sudden as they get in their 30s and 40s, oh, okay, who's Uncle Johnson? Who's Uncle Johnson's brother and sister, mother and father? And then these little questions come up now where people are trying to ask things based on stuff they heard or stuff that dropped out of a tree into their lap, you know? Well, who was my mother's brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, aunt, you know? And these are all questions that can be answered if we just all get together with our own generations and start hanging together and growing up with people that we know of our time frame and understand where we came from. Understand your mother and your mother's mother at least. If you only got to go back 2 generations, go back 2. Your mother and your mother's mother, or your father and your father's father. You know, you can't go too deep because it gets all broke up when you get into the 1800s when it comes to slavery and all, because we was all picked around and picked apart. We was almost like the scarecrow. They took my leg and threw it over there, took my arm and threw it over there. You know, after you get to the middle 1800s, 1850 or so and earlier, you know, black folks were picked apart like it was no problem at all. But in modern days today, don't be so arrogant with your relationships. Who involved who's screwing who, because no matter what you pissed off about, when you were made, somebody had their legs open to conceive your ass, okay? So whether you pissed off at your mother or your father, somebody had to do some fucking in order for you to be here. So get over the bullshit, and everybody needs to unite themselves and get back in some kind of perspective. That's all I want to speak on.
All right. All right, Bobby. Ooh-wee. You broke that down. Yeah, we're going to get a refill on that one. Woo. We're going to take a little. That was deep.
And on that cursor, I'm in therapy, but I slipped. I usually chew gum. I didn't have any gum.
Yeah, we understand. We're going to take a little, I'm sorry. Cocktail break, yeah. And he was doing so well. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and we're coming back with Ketel and the Hollywood wrap-up. All right, now. Don't move.
Living just enough for the city.
Okay, but why are we doing Stevie Wonder? I thought we were doing Pajama Party.
Well, I was talking about my little one of my segments of Living for the City.
Join the party.
Now you ride me.
That's every Friday night at 9. Pajama Party. No clothes allowed.
Ketel and Redwine step on my parade. I had the mic first. And they're coming in just trying to,
It's my turn.
Yeah, she's going to sing.
What number call?
Yeah, call us at 914-803. 4306.
And press 1.
Press 1 to be put into the queue. And say what you have to say. You can read off what we're talking about. Come up with a new subject of your own. We're
hear from you.
We're liberal. We're easy.
Eastern time.
Eastern time. We're here at 9 p.m. Friday nights. That's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And maybe 7 o'clock in the mountains or in the
7 in the mountains.
Around Michigan,
Central.
Michigan and New Orleans and all that. We're like an hour back.
Yeah.
But 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
9:15 CP time.
CP time 9:15.
Don't be late when you listen up. It is 9 o'clock on the dot.
That's right. Every Friday night.
We'll see you there.
Goodbye.
Yeah, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And this is the Pajama Party. It's an every Friday night affair. Starts at 9 o'clock. We won't get into it. We just did I heard the commercial on that, so we won't get into the times. But we're Friday at 9 o'clock Eastern time and at 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And wherever you are in between, just check your local listings, as they say. We're up with Ketel.
Yes, I'm here. I'm present.
All right.
Present. So,
present.
What's happening in Hollywood this week, Ketel? Okay.
Yeah, what's happening in Hollywood?
Well, Drake was recently here, but I think he's up in Philly. No, that's I'm sorry, it's Bruce Springsteen. But Drake, he was here a couple of weeks ago. But in Phoenix, he was in Phoenix. His jewelry was taken. Hotline Bling rapper Drake saw the safe return of millions of dollars worth of actual bling stolen from his tour bus.
Phoenix police, they recovered a reported $3 million worth of jewelry that was taken from a tour bus being used by the musician and DJ Future, the Prince, while they were performing Tuesday night. The guy, Travion King, he's only 21 years old, was booked at the county jail on a burglary charge. They identified King as the suspect through surveillance footage at Talking Stick Resort. What kind of name was that? Arena in downtown Phoenix. They then learned that he was already in jail after being arrested for trespassing Wednesday morning by campus police at Arizona State University. I mean, really? Come on, what are you doing?
Well, why would you have $3 million worth of jewelry on a tour bus?
That's what a lot of people were saying, you know. And my thing is, why not have security or somebody guarding the jewelry or something?
Yeah.
As much money
supposed to be in an attaché case, handcuffed,
right,
to some big burly security man.
There you go.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. So they apprehended the guy, and they did find the stolen jewelry. So that was good. But you're right. They needed to have a big burly guy with a suitcase with the jewelry. So I guess, you know, he's going to rethink things.
Yeah, okay. Hotline bling.
Crazy. So I got two movie reviews this weekend. Sully comes out. Remember the guy that landed the plane on the Hudson River? Yeah. On January 15, 2009, the world witnessed a miracle on the Hudson when Captain Sullenberg glided his disabled plane onto the frigid waters of the Hudson River, saving lives of all 155 aboard. Sully was being heralded by the public and the media for his unprecedented feat of aviation skills. So, yeah, he did a great job. But Tom Hanks, he's playing Sully, so that should be pretty good. It's being released tonight. Clint Eastwood, he directed it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and this was an estimated $60 million
to
make. Really?
Okay.
Clint Eastwood, he's bringing out the stops.
All right.
Get your popcorn and your hot dogs, and let's head to the movies. It's time for Ketel's Pick.
All right. My pick for tonight also is When the Bow Breaks. We have a hometown female actress, Regina Hall.
Yay!
She is in this movie with fine Morris Chestnut.
Oh, yeah. Say it again.
Oh, boy, Morris Chestnut. This is considered a horror film, so this should be interesting. Yeah, I think Regina.
Wait a minute, I was prepared to go see it, but I don't know about a horror.
It talks about John and Laura Taylor, are a young professional couple who desperately want a baby. After exhausting all other options, they finally hire Anna, the perfect woman, to be their surrogate. But as she gets further along in her pregnancy, so too does her psychotic and dangerous fixation on the husband.
Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
I can understand it.
The couple becomes caught up in Anna's deadly games and must fight to regain control of their future because it's too late, before it's too late. So like I said, Morris Chestnut, you know, he does the Rosewood
Yes, he does.
5, right? So we're looking forward for that. I think that's premiere September the 21st.
Okay.
On a Thursday. And like I said, our hometown girl, Regina Hall,
yay!
She's done all the scary movie franchises.
Right.
So she plays his wife. So I think this is a excellent breakout role for her because she's always done comedy, but I think she's stepping up her game on this.
All right, Miss
And we have a 22-year-old. Her name is Jazz Sinclair. She plays the other woman, the surrogate mother.
Oh, the surrogate.
Right. She's only 22 years old.
I was wondering about her. I've never seen her before. Is she new?
She's also known as Jasmine Sabino. She's an American film and television actress. She is known for playing Angela in Paper Towns. Also in 2013, Sinclair starred in the 2 episodes of HBO's documentary series Master Class. But she has an upcoming movie also called Fun Mom Dinner.
Never heard of it.
I haven't either. But I think she's a breakout actress. She's going to surprise everybody.
Okay.
And also Theo Rossi. He studied acting at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute in New York, and he's appeared in several theater productions. So.
Oh, he's in this movie too?
Yes. He plays Jazz Sinclair's boyfriend or husband.
Oh, my.
So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be an interesting
All
twist
right.
to this. So When the Bow Breaks. That's comes out tonight and also selling. So you guys go.
So that's Ketel's pick. Huh?
Yeah, yes it is.
All right. So Poppa DD, we're going to go get tickets, and the Pajama Party Crew going to go see When the Bow Breaks.
I think we lost Papa.
Okay, he's out there somewhere lurking around.
We're going to find him. We're going to try to find him.
Somewhere on 295.
We're going to try to find him.
Okay.
So what's our cocktail of the week? Redwine.
Well, the cocktail of the week. Let me just say this first. The cocktail of the week is brought to you by DC Homegrown Entertainment. Visit DC Homegrown Entertainment at www.dchomegrown.com. And you can check them out. That's our parent company. As Ketel always says, they keep the lights on for us and pay the bills and keep the party moving, so to speak. So, the cocktail of the week this week is Tito's Classic Cosmo. Tito's Classic Cosmo is made with, obviously, Tito's handmade vodka. If you never tried it, it's great in this particular cocktail. So with Tito's Classic Vodka, you need 1.5 ounces of Tito's handmade vodka, a 1/2 ounce of triple sec, a splash of cranberry juice, and just a squeeze of lime. So as you can see, that cranberry and lime, that's not measured. That's going to have to be, as they say, eyeballs. So again, it's 1.5 ounces of Tito's handmade vodka, 1/2 ounce of triple sec, a splash of cranberry, I guess for color, and a squeeze of lime. And what you want to do is get your shaker, fill it with ice, combine those ingredients in your shaker, shake it up real good, and then strain it and pour it into a martini glass. Garnish it with a lime wedge, or lemon if you prefer, but they recommend lime. And put it in a martini glass, as I said. This is delicious. If you've always wondered what a Cosmo tastes like, this is what's in a classic Cosmo. Tito's Classic, or Tito's handmade vodka is perfect for this. But if you don't have Tito's vodka, you can use any other brand of vodka. Can't vouch for that, but I can tell you if you use Tito's handmade vodka, you will have a Tito's Classic Cosmo. You will enjoy it, your friends will enjoy it, and they'll thank you for it. So that's the cocktail of the week.
All right.
You can check it out on apajamaparty.com. Click on the banner that says Cocktail of the Week, and you can get the information for how you, too, can make a Tito's Classic Cosmo.
All right. Sounds pretty good.
I think you'll enjoy that.
All right, now. Okay, thank you for that, Redwine. So we're going to take a little break here and come back with the Kiss It list. We got some doozies on the Kiss It list.
Oh, yeah, and if you have names you want to add to the Kiss It list, give us a call, 914-803-4306. Press 1. Let us know who you want us to add to the list, and we'll be right back.
This is the Pajama Party on Blog Talk Radio. The Pajama Party is produced by DC Homegrown Entertainment at www.dchomegrown.com. The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the Pajama Party crew and you. So pick up the phone and dial 914-803-4306. That's 914-803-4306. and tell us what's on your mind. There's a big fluffy pillow reserved just for you at the Pajama Party, so call us now. And remember, it's PJs only, no clothes allowed. Pass it on. Log on to www.apajamaparty.com and click the Listen Live banner or call 914-803-4306. Now let's get back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Is it tea time, darling? This is the Pajama Party coming to you live. What's on your mind? Call us on 914-803-4306. Got an opinion or just want to say hello to the crew? Hello! You know what to do. Call 914-803-4306. If you just want to listen to the show online, go to www.apajamaparty.com and click the banner in the upper right corner. But if you want to talk to the crew, you need to call us on 914-803-4306 and press 1. We'll get to your call as soon as possible. It's nothing but fun and a pillow fight every Friday night at the Pajama Party. And remember, PJs only, no clothes allowed. Now back to the crew and more of the Pajama Party. Bartender, another round for the house. Thank you, darling.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And I'm back in the studio. Made it off the highway.
Papa. Yay!
And I definitely pray for the people in that accident on 295. That accident was very horrific and it was raw, and the police hadn't even gotten there yet. So everybody was just hugging each other and just trembling, and it was crazy. God bless them. Mm-hmm. Anyway, our Kiss It list is in effect here. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Kiss It list is a list of things compiled by people who've done some dumb crap, and we put them on a list and chop them up and dice them and put them in a blender and
we do all that.
Wee falls off. Make salsa out of them. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start with the Air Academy Federal Credit Union, which has been in a sponsorship deal for Brandon Marshall, for Denver Hill. He's the one that took the knee also, like Kaepernick, for the last 5 months for dropping him because he chose to kneel during the anthem during Thursday night's game against the Seahawks.
Wow.
Was that last Thursday?
That was this past Thursday's game.
No, they didn't play the Seahawks. They played the...
it was the Broncos against the Seahawks. Yeah, it was.
You mean last night?
Yeah, last night's game.
No, that was the Broncos and the Panthers.
Seahawks.
Okay. Seahawks.
Okay.
Seahawks didn't play yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
Anyway, that intern, did we fire? Anyway, Donald Trump for talking loud and saying nothing. That generalized it pretty good.
Yeah, just sum it up.
We have Geraldo Rivera. Oh, God.
Back in the news.
I tell you what.
He can't help himself.
What is he doing?
He's for doubting the allegations against Roger Ailes at Fox News Network and then apologizing months afterwards.
Oh.
All of them was on this tip. He's a great man.
Saying the women weren't telling the truth.
Yeah, sure they weren't.
He might have been paying all of
them. And now he comes back and says, well, okay, I apologize. I didn't believe it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when they say $20 million, everybody believes it, don't they? Rudy Giuliani, he needs to be in there every week. That man is getting old and scary. Okay?
Crazy as heck.
But he claimed that Trump now believes that President Obama is an American citizen by birth. Did we need their verification to verify?
And the crazy thing about it is that Trump never said it. But Giuliani keeps saying, oh, yeah, Trump has already said
Giuliani's
it. He knows, it's all good. When did Trump say that? Trump has been saying from the beginning that he didn't believe that Obama was an American citizen.
Well, Giuliani's on Trump's payroll. He has a bunch of people on his payroll, and like your girl, too, Amorosa, she's on the payroll. He has a lot of people on his payroll. Anyway, Matt Lauer for doing a bad job moderating the interview with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people have been really giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
They said he just didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's nothing but he's undercover hoe. He's fucking everything moving. We won't even.
All righty then.
Anyway, ABC for broadcasting Dancing with the Stars and the BBC who produced it, for still including Ryan Lockett as a celebrity dancer. Dance with my girl.
You just mad because he's got Cheryl Burke.
Yeah, I'm pissed. And Ryan Lockett for doing Dance with the Stars, and he picked up a sponsor. Was it Hall? I thought it was.
Yeah, Hall. Or one of those.
I thought it was Pine Brothers. I think it's Pine Brothers.
Oh, it may be.
Well, Pine Brothers may own Halls. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But I'm sure I saw.
But we had a caller that asked us to put Halls on the Kiss It list, so they are officially on the Kiss It list.
Okay. iPhone 7 for
Exploding.
Oh no, iPhone. Oh, they called it the 7 too, huh?
Oh no, that's the Galaxy 7 for exploding.
This here says the intern did something else.
Oh no, iPhone 7 is because they took away the Bluetooth. Yeah, no Bluetooth.
How you gonna say? They just do anything to make something different, and these monkey see, monkey do idiots going by it.
They're like, oh wow, it's the latest.
Wow.
I gotta go get that.
So how do you listen to music quietly now?
You got to use your Bluetooth.
But how do you listen to it without anybody else hearing it?
You have to buy the Bluetooth. You got to get some kind of Bluetooth ear thing or something.
And you got to buy it from Apple.
Probably.
Apple, yeah.
Okay.
They keep they always come up with some proprietary bull crap.
So take the whole out of it and you got to pay more money to...
Why not? I thought I heard something about $120 something to add on. I don't know.
And Macy's having a preview sale, whatever that means. Preview sale on Thursday.
Red stuff.
We don't know.
And Roger Goodell, he's on there permanently.
Roger Goodell, yeah.
And the guy that's running, I think, is a libertarian, whose name I can't remember. What's his name? Gary somebody?
He didn't know about Apple.
He didn't know about anything.
Yeah. Alpha.
I didn't know. I'm really stupid.
Apple. What is it? Where's the place in Syria called? Aleppo.
Okay.
You talking about Apple? See, you don't know either.
I'm cut off.
Aleppo.
And this little guy, I want to put one more person on the list. This little guy was in the train station. I was at Union Station early this morning, and I was standing outside waiting on my train, and this little guy kept coming up. He was all preppy like he was a Bostonian or some type of, and he kept wanting to get on the Sicily train, and the black guy, the red cap, kept saying they didn't board the train yet. He saw some people walking down to the train, and he said, well, why are they going down to the train? And he said, well, sir, it's not loaded. He would not listen to the red cap telling him they're not boarding the train yet. Another case of privilege, monkey see, monkey do. Take your ass back and sit in the lounge like everybody else, you sorry Merlin Farmer. My goodness. And the brother, and this was an old-time red cap, older brother. He says, sir, you cannot board. Then he went and talked to another soft black man, and he brought him out. He said, well, didn't I just tell you couldn't board the train? Well, this guy said I can board it. Well, we know this guy. So, yeah, monkey see, monkey do.
Wow.
It's big today with people. This
so
is
whoever that guy is,
he's going to kiss the list. Monkey see, monkey do. Sit your ass back in the thing until the train ready to be boarded. Privilege.
What we got for him? We got a special gift for everybody on the Kiss It list to celebrate your accomplishment. And here it is.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my Irish ass. You better kiss my Irish ass. This world kiss my ass. Kiss my ass.
You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass.
Oh, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever-loving country ass. That's right.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Was it good for you?
And I'm back in the studio off the highway. I got through Philadelphia with the Bruce Springsteen concert as well as Adele. And I went through all that and went through a horrific accident on 295. God bless that 295.95. Lord, thank you, Jesus, for bringing me in safe.
All right.
Anyway,
All right.
that highway is a mess out there. If you're out there on the highway, be careful.
Well, it's time for the last word.
Last
All
word.
right. What's your last word, Redwine?
Oh, me? My last word is, again, how long are we going to be disrespected? It is time for us to claim our respect.
That's
Black
right.
Lives Matter.
That's right.
Give that family $18 is such total disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
They could have taken, if I were that family, I would have told them to take that $18 and shove it up their butt 18 times.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even have accepted that. That is total disregard and disrespect. So all I'm saying is let's respect one another, and maybe we can get the establishment to respect us. But respect starts from within first. I'm just saying. What's your last word, Poppa DD?
My last word is I want to put people on notice.
Uh-oh.
We might as well give them a time frame where we're going to either get our respect or start acting like they think we're going to act. When you squeeze your pocketbook, I'm going to steal your pocketbook. Okay, if you don't lock your door, I'm going to carjack your car. But, you know, we've been raised to do the right thing. Our parents always told us, don't touch that when you go in there. But I think it's the other persuasion of the privileged ones that think they got access to everything. We don't want anything. We have what we need. And the tables need to be turned. I think that, like I said, I mean, I'm making jokes on things, but I might as well start acting like you think I'm going to act. I might as well go around with my, as they say, my black man Johnson as big as hell and just start bitch slapping with white women all day long. Like you think I should do, or you think we are going to do. Anyway, but I'm just putting it out there like that, just to put some food for thought in your head. To know that we're not who you think we are.
That's quite a
but
visual.
Do we have to be what you think we are in order for you to understand that we're not what you think we are?
That sounds like a topic.
Oh, yeah, truly.
Okay. What's your last word, Ketel?
Well, my usual. Thanks to our old listeners, new listeners, and future listeners. We appreciate you listening to the Pajama Party every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. Central Time, as Papa said.
What time Central?
6?
No.
Oh, 5?
Leave the
Okay.
time alone.
All right, I'm going to leave the time alone. But thanks for listening, whatever time you're listening to us. You can check us out at apajamaparty.com. And shout out to our parent company, DC Homegrown Entertainment.
Woo-woo.
They keep the lights on for us. We appreciate them.
Thank you.
And to piggyback on Papa and Redwine, I think everybody just needs to open their eyes to realize what's going on.
Yeah,
because this guy here that's part of the football team that's protesting, I think we need to take heed of what he's doing. And, you know, if you have a statement to make it. You know, like Redwine said earlier, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the rebels that are going against them, but they're rebels in their own way.
Right.
They go back to their little neighborhoods and do what they want to do, shoot their guns in the forest and everything they want to do. They got gun rights and everything else that they're standing up for.
Right.
So, you know, if somebody don't want to stand during national anthem, that's their preference. My goodness. Get over it. Get a life, all right? Please. Yeah. Some people fart in public, some people don't.
Hey. And I just want to say shout out to Chicago, Chi-Town. Y'all need more love. Put the guns down, pick up love. Give yourselves a break.
Police the whole city of Chicago, not just the South Side. Blend it. They need to blend that town. That town is two separate entities. They need to blend it.
But I'm just saying, put the guns down and pick up love.
Yeah.
Give yourselves a break.
And put it in that rich district on the Golden Mile, put a Church's Chicken there so I ain't got to go down the hood and get
Oh, my gosh. They're not going to put a Church's Chicken on the Magnificent Mile.
I want it on the Magnificent Mile right next to the Coach store.
They don't want all that grease.
You know the store that sells the Coach pocketbooks, Coach store. Put Church's Chicken right next to Coach.
On that note, we're going to say goodnight until next Friday. Thanks for hanging out with the Pajama Party Crew. Visit us online at apajamaparty.com. Follow us on Twitter at apajamaparty. And we will see you next Friday. And be sure to tell a friend. Share the wealth. Don't keep it all to yourself.
Say goodnight, Papa.
I want some church's chicken.
Say goodnight, Papa.
Good night. I want some church's chicken.
Say goodnight, Redwine.
Bonsoir, everybody. Until next week. Say goodnight, Ketel.
Good night.
We're out.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so.
I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, join the party. Good summer party. Party crew.